Hello, welcome. I love how you're doing today. Happy day. We're here with life, we're breathing, and life is a gift and a blessing. Thank you for tuning into the Stacey Rose Show. Oh my goodness, daily motivation, inspiration, positivity coming at you. So today we're going to talk about I can top that. And I got that from reading my reflection, believe it or not, talking about I can top that. And if you're someone who watches the what is it, Saturday Night Live comedy show, you might recognize that skit. I can top that. So watching that might be funny, humorous, seeing, the girl who plays her Penelope, who I can top that, right? That person who's got to be boastful, competitive, and I can do it better. And look at me. Wow. Woohoo. But in real life, when we are in a conversation or in the midst of a group or crowd of people and we're having conversation and you have that one upper, let's call him the one upper, the person who likes to upstage themselves and wants to interject and share their story, but more in a competitive way, more of like, look at me, look at my life. Oh, this is how I did it. I could do it better. I'm better than this or that. And be more boastful about it. And that can be irritating. So we can't change people, but we can respond to them. So that's what I wanted to share with you. How to respond and deal with those people. Are you one of those people? Are you a one upper that you're in the midst of a conversation? It's all about, look at me. The spotlight's on me. Let me share my story. Let me talk about me, and taken away from the person sharing their story, their message, whatever that may be. So ways you can do is, if you get caught off by one of these people, is to just listen, act intrigued, think about something else, give them a compliment, change the subject, and move on. As simple as that. Now, someone who is confident, who knows who they don't need to upstage themselves. So stay cool, stay in your lane, and don't play their game. I can top that. Short and simple, but I think we all know that person. Oh my goodness, I could recall an ex family member. Every time we'd have a conversation, and you probably know this person too. Let me know in the comments. There's always that person, a friend, a get together, a party, an occasion where you could be having that conversation, and right away it's like, ooh, me. It just, the attention has to go to them. They have to tell their story. You talk about something else, oh, they got to tell their story. You share something else, oh, they got to interject and tell it how they did it or how they suffered or went through this, whatever. And it's like, okay, I get it. Are we having a circle here? Like everyone gets to talk and give their chance to share that's different if you're in a group and you're together at a meeting or a retreat and everybody has a few minutes to go around and talk about their story, their experiences. But you know who I'm talking about. Are you one of those people maybe? The one upper, the one who needs the spotlight, you know? It's all about me, sharing, interjecting. And that could be annoying, but I've learned to kind of tune that out. People talk about stuff that you're just like, okay, I'll act like I'm listening, giving away some secrets here. Act like I'm listening, I'm intrigued, maybe I'm intrigued and I'm listening, but then if it comes to a point, I'm just like, okay, let me think of something else. Let me pretend I'm here as they boast and tell their story again and again and again. I get it. We know you've been there, you've done it, but they just have to steal a spotlight. Like they got to be the one center of attention and just be polite about it. Maybe compliment them like, oh, awesome, good for you. That's awesome, good for you. And then, change the subject or walk away. So when you're in the company of those who delight in having the upper hand, think about something else. Take control of the conversation and change the subject. Go find someone else to talk to. That's all I can suggest. So how you're doing today? Let me know you're tuning in from. Hello, what's up, what's up? So I was just talking about I can top that. If you know someone that when you have a conversation in the midst of a group of people, there's that person like, oh, but this happened to me, and this is how it happened to me. Or, oh, well, this is worse. My story is worse than yours. Like just always trying to compete with your story or whatever you're trying to share or tell. Anybody? I think you get down when you dance. Good job. West V, thank you. So I was just reading this today. And I'm like, wow, that's so funny because, this is a good example right here before I end. This is going to be short and sweet. But parents tend to do this. When one parent's sharing, like, "Oh, my daughter just graduated," or "My daughter got an award or received award or some type of credit or, got an honor roll," right away, all the other parents like, "Oh, yeah, my daughter too. And oh my goodness, my daughter did this and that." And everybody, it's like this competition. Everybody wants to share, but the first person I think has dibs though, right? But I'm the type that when I hear people talk about stuff in their life and stuff, I don't play that game. I'm not to say, "Oh yeah, my daughter too," and "Oh, my daughter, she has an album," and "Oh yeah, oh my kids too," or like, "Oh yeah, me too." Like I just let them talk and I just listen. Like I said, there's a time and a place. There's definitely a time and a place where if someone needs to talk and vent and like be heard and they need a shoulder to lean on. But, there's just those people that just gotta like project and be louder, compete, and be the center of attention, be the spotlight, you name it. So let me know in the comments, have you been that person or can you relate to somebody in your life? Especially maybe on social media, for example. Social media, maybe you're scrolling down and you always seeing these people just like, look at me. I went on this vacation and I'm here in the islands and I'm sipping a margarita or a pina colada and look at me in my bathing suit and bikini, stuff like that. That can be like frustrating and downing. So you can block those people, right? When you see all these people just boasting about life, look at my money, my wealth, my career, look at my man or my woman, like just showing off. But it's hard when it's family and you get together, family, like maybe many times or a couple times a year, holidays, special occasions, birthdays, events, you name it. So either first of all, don't get involved in the conversation if someone's having it. Be the person that sits back and just kind of listens. Um, and if that person interjects, then just politely just listen and act interested and engaged and then walk away. Just know don't you succumb to that. Because I become aware when I see people that do that. And I just sit back like, okay, I hope I am not that person. I hope I've never acted like that. Um, and awareness is key. My dad farted in an elevator. What? It was wrong on so many levels. Where did that come from? Oh my goodness. Hello from Beverly Hills. Hey, tubes from Beverly Hills. Wow. How's it out there? What's the weather like in Beverly Hills? So, yeah, this was a good conversation. Kind of funny, just kind of, to the point. And here's a little homework. If you feel like you're that person that needs to like tame it a little back, take a step back, maybe not be the person that has to share their story and like, look at me. To maybe just listen, practice listening to other people's stories or listen to what other people are talking about and hear that competition. Because if you can be that person that's kind of takes a step back from a crowd of people talking, you can kind of listen if people are competing against each other or if someone's truly listening to somebody's story and saying, yeah, I feel for you. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, that must suck. Or someone's comparing your experience with their experience. Well, my labor was worse than yours. I was in labor for 16 hours. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I won't share my story. I mean, your story's better than mine. Whoops, sorry. I mean, especially women could get catty like that. Not about men. But my goodness, especially like the pregnancy talk or childbirth. Oh my goodness, or your kids awards and things like that. Oh my goodness, parents can get like, oh, my daughter got this too, and it's just like rah. So it's funny sometimes being the person just to stand back and listen to the chatter amongst everybody bousting and being competitive with their family, their children, or I had a worse labor or delivery and oh my goodness, people can get so competitive. I mean, I understand people want to share their story. I'm on here. I love to talk. I'll admit it. But I also like to ask you questions and have you, reach out to me. Let me know how you're doing and stuff like that. Men don't do that. Okay, men don't do that. Anybody else agree? Yeah, so men, I mean, women, I know women gossip and stuff and chatty, but they can be competitive. So men don't do that. They don't gather around like, oh, my son just got a trophy for the baseball league or this and that. Like, I don't know, but women could definitely be like that. And I can remember that picking this up when I was younger, like in my marriage, when my kids were younger, certain family members that like you would tell a story and they have to go and tell their story they wouldn't even let you finish your story. Oh yeah, but but this happened to me. I'm like, okay. And I just learned to tune it out. Those people just want either they want attention. Like I said, they want to be in the spotlight, attention seekers, whatever that is. We do, but we encourage. Awesome. Okay, we encourage. Yeah. I'm not saying all women are like that, but in my experiences in my past and people that have been in my past, and I can remember particularly remember this one person that was in my life, a female member, a family member that's no longer because I'm divorced from that family. But oh my goodness, anything you talk about, she always had to tell her stories. And then there's actually somebody I do know now these days, but you try telling something and it's like, so I make sure she says something. I'm not going to say anything because she thinks I'm like um, attacking her. So sometimes you could say something to someone and they're like, they get defensive. Like, I'm like, oh, I wasn't suggesting you. I was sharing what I do. But I think sometimes when I share sometimes what I do, they're thinking I'm like kind of saying that they're doing it wrong. I'm like, I was just saying this is how I do it. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way. Depends on the group of male friends. Okay. So we got Tobes. Is it Tubes? DZ for you. And see, my ex-wife was like that. Everything I said, she tried to outdo me. So you know what I'm saying? So exactly, there's that person who always has to try to outdo you, right? Whether it's like I got more money than you, or wealth. I'm smarter than you, better than you. My story's better than you. Like everyone listens to me. We can go on, but anyways, too too busy for you. Oh, too busy for you. The way you guys come up with these names. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes or no? Do I have a girlfriend? Like, what do you mean? I have a boyfriend. I'm not gay, if that you're asking. I don't know what you mean. I may have like girlfriends, like friends, girls that are friends. So, anyways, okay, so that's what I have for you guys today. So be aware, but the next time you go to a family gathering, it'd be really interesting. Like, don't be the one that talks. Just sit back and listen to everybody's chatter, everybody's conversation, and pick out those people. Like, in a sense, play your own game. Play the game to see if you could hear and seek out the people in your family or the group of people who are being competitive with each other. Who are trying to get up on each other, right? That's what you call them, a one upper. I say something, oh, mine's better than, and then back and forth, bicker, bicker, bicker. They're not fighting, but it's just like a competition of like whose life has it better, whose kid has more awards or trophies, and oh, look at my diamond ring, it's a 5 carat. Oh, well, look at mine's 10 carat. Like what? I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. It's just funny. Pick my game. What does that mean? My game is really good. Resban, okay, what's your game? But I'm going to keep this short and sweet. So I'm going to get off of my podcast. I'm here live on my podcast and I'm streaming live on YouTube. So thank you for tuning in to my live today. I appreciate all the comments and silliness. And yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, like I said, listen, sometimes it's more fun. It's more interesting listening than actually even just conversing and being the one talking, because you could hear a lot of different things and you could hear how people are just so competitive. As human beings, we're competitive, right? Yes, I get it. We all love to talk about ourselves. We love to share our experiences and our stories. Not everybody. Some people like to be more am I saying the word recluse, more closed off, more quiet, But most people generally they once maybe they get comfortable. I know that could be me too sometimes. I could be a little shy, and once I get comfortable, I start just blasting it out, my whole life story. So I'm not perfect too. These are things I have to practice too, but be the person on the other side just listening, and you'd be surprised. You'd be almost laughing because when you hear people talk, how people can be so competitive. Are you from Berlin? Berlin, Germany, or Berlin, Connecticut? Okay, so that's a wrap, you guys. Thank you for tuning in for 65 days of. Okay, I'm getting a phone call here. 365 days of daily motivation and inspiration and positivity. Yes. So I will hopefully be here on my podcast. I can't say. I'm trying to revamp things here and try to spend more quality time with my family. Showing up every day is getting a little tiresome and challenging for my loved ones. And my daughter's home from California, so we're really trying to like strategize and create schedule and times for us to do things. So I'm thinking of sticking to my daily motivation podcast Monday through Friday, having the weekends for family time. Just like you work a 9 to 5 job, like I need to have my weekend off. If I feel like there's some time or room, I maybe might show up and just do my podcast, but no visual, no YouTube stream. So that's why I go make sure to go sign up or subscribe to my podcast. So if I'm not here live on TikTok or YouTube, I could always do a quick, podcast on my phone from anywhere, really, without having to be all made up and dressed up and step away from the family. That, or maybe I bring some family members on and do some interviews over the weekend. I don't know. Whatever, my business, my brand, so I can do whatever I want. But I'll just let you know if you don't see me this weekend. I have plenty of content you can listen to on my podcast or my YouTube channel or anywhere in social media. I'm everywhere. Either Stacy Blue Rose is my at handle or the Stacy Rose Show. So podcast, Apple, iHeart, and Spotify. You can find me there, and I'll see YouTube. So with that said, my love, you guys have a fantastic weekend and be safe, stay sane and positive through the midst of what's going on in our lives right now. And yeah, make sure to share this out with anybody you know that can use this. That maybe that person who's that one upper who always loves the spotlight. Maybe they need to listen to this. And if you're watching this replay, comment, message, reach out to me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. With that said, my love, it's time to go share love, make peace, and be happy. Go be happy and share light and love and positivity. Okay. See you guys. Bye bye. Thank you.